Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Reber Video Studios here. We are gearing up for our New Year's Eve show. We appreciate everybody tuning in on Christmas Eve. We know we had a lot of you tuned in, and we're so glad that you were able to be a part of it. We have a special guest tonight, Miss Keirstin Clark. Thank you for joining us, Keirstin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Happy holidays to you.
Thank you so much.
We're so glad you are tuned in here to ring in the New Year's with us. So, as of late, we've been hearing a lot of good news coming out of Camp Keirstin. Could you let us know a little bit about what you got going on?
Oh yeah, it's been really crazy, to be honest. It happened like really sudden. So right before I released my first single, which I finally did release it. It's called Not Another. You guys should definitely go stream it. But right before I released it, my manager, shout out to Gino Bambino, he texted me one morning and he said, "Hey, I have the A&R of Epic Records looking at your stuff right now." And I was just like, what? Like, I literally woke up to that text and I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I didn't want to get my hopes up, but I was like, this is pretty cool. And he's like, send me like all of your best stuff. Like, send me any videos you have, like your best covers and all that. And right before that, I would say like 3 weeks before that, I put out a cover of Save Me by Jelly Roll. I put it on YouTube, and Jelly Roll actually reposted it on his story. So that was crazy. So I guess Gino just decided, like, he was like, well, I'll just send that to him. So he sent it to him, and then next thing you know, I'm like on my phone. I didn't know he had sent it to him. I'm like going through my videos like stressed, and I'm like, what's my best on? You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't look like an idiot. And he like calls me back like not even 20 minutes later. I hadn't even like made my Dropbox folder to send it to him. And he's like, yeah, he's like interested, like he wants to sign you. And next thing you know, that night I had open mic night, and I always go to Kickin'. Shout out to Kickin', I love that bar. But I always do open mic night there, and I was waiting for that phone call, and I told the girls, the bartenders, I was like, hey, and with my luck and how I am, my phone was dying, right? And I'm supposed to get this phone call that night, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I like plug my phone in at the bar. I tell the bartenders, I'm like, hey, make sure you're watching my phone. Like, I'm gonna get an important phone call. It's very big, and they were on top of it. They were just as excited as I was. Like, they were so supportive. Everybody that works there, all the people there, it's just, they're a very loving community is what they are. It's more than just a bar.
I understand prior to all of this, you used to work with Chet, or still do, I should say, and Chetsville Live, and you two have a little bit of history together. If you guys want to touch base on that a little bit as far as working together.
Actually, we'll go back before you
were
an artist.
Yeah, so Chet and I actually met because I tattooed him.
Yeah.
The guy I was, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy I was dating at the time, like he knew Chet, and then Chet found me through him and all that.
I was his little league coach, and
I was going to say,
I used to throw the ball and beat him in the head every time.
Do we get into the location of the tattoo? Maybe show the crowd?
Well, she did this one tattoo, and I got to show this. And it's a pinup girl.
Yeah, it's like a pinup girl.
And she had my arm turned
Oh, poor Chet. His arm
like
was
2
killing
hours.
him. I felt so bad.
So when I was done, I was like,
yeah, it was stiff. It was so funny. He's like, I can't move my arm. It was hilarious. But yeah, when I tattooed Chet back then, I mean, gosh, that's been.
And I told her about music and stuff, and I think she
that
just
was
thought,
like,
well, you know.
4 years ago.
And then I started.
So you hadn't been playing music?
No, not really. I mean, I've always sang and stuff, but I didn't really like pursue it as a career, and actually was playing my guitar and putting myself out there. But I told Chad, I'm like, yeah, I like to do music. And
I saw you doing, like, she started doing a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Social media, yes.
So I called her up one day, and I was like, I had High Water Drifters coming in from Columbus. Very awesome bluegrass.
Yes,
band.
they are. They're amazing.
And I said, hey, Keirstin, would you like to open up for these guys? And true to her, she's always like, yes, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And a lot of people are like, I don't know. But
I was down. I was ready. I'm like, let's do it. Like.
But I think, after that show, things kind of picked up rapidly for you.
Absolutely, it did. Yeah. Yeah, I would say when I first started out, that was like one of the first shows I did. The very first show I did was at Casella Winery. That's a very beautiful winery. You guys should definitely check it out. But right after that was when...
the Broadway stage.
Yeah.
In New Philly. Broadway Brew House.
Broadway Brew House. I love that place. That's my absolute favorite venue to play at is Brew House, because the sound there, you can't beat it. The energy there, and I don't know. I really love that place. I think the first time I really felt at home on that stage was actually when Whiskey Zulu was playing there. And they asked me, they're like, hey, do you want to come up and sing? And I was like, yeah, like, that'd be cool, low-key freaking out too, because it was a packed house that
Yeah.
night. You remember that night.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
kind
rem-
of your first night with a band.
Yeah, that exactly. That's the first night I felt at home on the stage. And I told Will that recently at Music on the Square too. But that night I was up there and I forget what song it was. But Zach, he looks at me, he goes, "Do whatever." And they're like playing and jamming out and I'm like, "What? What do you mean do whatever?" I'm like, I looked at him, I was like, what do you mean? He's like, "Whatever you want." And I said, I don't really know the lyrics. And he's like, "No, just sing what." And I'm like, and next thing you know, I just belted out. Like, I was like, I don't even know. It was like some kind
I
of.
thought you were doing like a Tom Petty song.
I did that too. And it was
Yeah.
the second one. Was when I just like, I don't know, I started like, or maybe that was it in the middle of it. I don't know. Either way, but it was like something just came out of me. It was like, I don't know. I just started like skitting and datting and dooting and bopping and stuff, just like hitting some notes. And it was just very, very jazzy and bluesy. And I hit this huge note. And I remember just that energy. And I'm like singing. And I looked over at Will and he's playing. And I just, they're an amazing band. And that was the night when I was actually on a stage and I was like, this is it. This is what I'm meant to do. Like, I just felt so at home. And those guys, they're just so encouraging. They really are.
Great group of guys.
They
Absolutely.
are. Absolutely, yes.
They were part of the Christmas Eve and soon to be New Year's Eve show, Whiskey Zulu. So
Yeah.
we were happy to have them. They're part of the family here.
And this
so.
is a tough year with COVID, and she worked some of the shows, Music on the Square, EDS Ranch,
Yep.
Oktoberfest, and Whiskey Zulu is part of that.
Yep. I was very honored that you asked me to be a part of that. I think all those things really brought the community together in a time that was very hard for everyone. So it was definitely a good time. I enjoyed it. So
I think we're ready for a
That's the
song.
goal for Chetsville is to
Yeah.
bring the community together and keep music going.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to be graced with Keirstin to play a couple songs for us. So we're going to let that get rolling.
okay. All right. I'm gonna play. I guess I should play my single I was just talking about. It's only right? So this is more of like a stripped down acoustic version of my song called "Not Another." I guess I'm just a woman with a head screwed on right. Cause I'm not the type always trying to fight. When I get tipsy at a local bar, I don't leave pissed drunk and go drive my car. And chances are I never gave you a chance, but don't take it personal, I just don't dance with any and every single man tries to take my hand. And I know you think you've seen them all before, but you better treat me different. Cause baby, I'm another one of these poor like small town white trash women. So get it. And your first mistake was thinking you could take any woman home in this bar. You can buy me drink after drink, but I promise you he won't make it far. Cause 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4, not enough alcohol to make me a whoo. That's just how I was raised, to raise my glass and not my legs. And I know you think you've seen them all before, but you better treat me different. Cause baby, I'm another one of these poor down small town white trash get in. Cause 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4, not enough alcohol to make me a whoo. And it's just how I was raised, to raise my glass and not my legs. And I know you think you've seen them all before, but you better treat me different. Cause baby, I'm another one of these poor down small town white trash women. So get it. It's a good end.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
I think Chet's next tattoo is going to say not another.
Oh, yeah? I think we could work that out.
Maybe on those lower thigh piece.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no, that was amazing.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nicely done.
I appreciate
I
that.
believe you've got one more for us.
I do, yeah.
You
So,
want to tell us a little bit about the tune that you'll play next?
yeah, so this is when I really first started finding myself as a songwriter. I was listening to a lot of, I'm not sure if I'm saying this last name right. Tyler, is it Childers? Tyler
Childers.
Okay, I've had people say Childers, and
I'm
I'm
a
like,
huge fan of Tyler.
oh yeah. So I've like had people say Childers, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. But
Tyler Childers. Yeah.
Childers, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, anyway, I was listening a lot to him and Whiskey Myers and Sean James. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's very, very good too. But I was really listening to their songwriting and the storytelling aspect of it, and it really inspired me as a songwriter. I'm like, I really want to write music that is reaching people the way, their music is and telling a story, even if it's not necessarily my story, it's obviously someone's story. And one thing I really take pride in with my songwriting is reminding people that they're not alone. So this song I wrote is called Medicine Man, and it is about a mom that struggles with addiction. And I decided to write this because obviously addiction is a very serious problem in today's world. And if I can help at least one parent, whether it's a mom, dad, maybe not even a parent, just a person, hearing this song, if they can hear this and be like, wow, that's a reality for me, I really need to change my ways, then it was obviously a song worth writing, and it's a song worth playing and singing for people. So that is what this song is about, and this is how it goes. She went picking for some flowers. She went off in the night, tucked her baby's hand and told him it was alright. She went walking down the street in a dark alleyway. She went off to hell. She slowly got away. She sold her soul that night to the devil in the pale moonlight. I ain't got no addiction, you see. He's my medicine man. He loves me. He loves me. And she told herself, I don't need that high. It just helps me sleep better, better at night. I love my kids dearly, but I need my medicine, baby. 'Cause she sold her soul that night to the devil in the pale moonlight. I ain't got no addiction, you see. He's my medicine man. He loves me. He loves me. Now her babies are crying, crying without
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was great.
Before we let her go, you got some news about a billboard today.
I do, yes. So today was the official day that I put up my first billboard. So that's really cool. And it's promoting my first single called Not Another. And it also has my Instagram on there and my Facebook, which you can find me at K Clark Music. So it's pretty cool promoting that out there.
Awesome. You heard it here first, folks, or maybe second. K Clark Music. Check it out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here. Happy, happy, happy New Year's from Reaver Video Studio in Chetsville Live. Flynn here.